This 1960 Chevy Apache has been sitting here untouched for nearly 20 years. My father-in-law found it abandoned in a field back in Georgia. Then today might be the first time it runs again.
This 1960 Chevy C10 Apache had been sitting forgotten inside a quiet warehouse for nearly 20 years. Covered in dust so thick it looked like the truck had slowly disappeared into the building itself. At first we thought it was just another abandoned classic that someone once planned to restore, but never did. But the moment we pushed it out into the light, something about it felt different. The body lines were still sharp, the chrome grille still had character. And even through the dirt, you could tell this truck had a story that hadn't ended yet. Before I tell you what happened when we tried to bring it back to life, first comment where you're watching from, because it's amazing to see how far stories like this travel. The man who sold us the truck explained that years ago his father-in-law had found it sitting in a field in Georgia. The truck was already old back then, but it was solid and rust-free. So he brought it all the way back to Ohio with plans of fixing it up and driving it again. Like a lot of projects, people start with good intentions. Life got busy and the restoration never happened. Instead, the Apache sat inside that warehouse year after year until it slowly became part of the background. When we checked the odometer, it showed around 78,000 miles, which means someone really drove this truck back in its day. Trucks like this weren't garage queens. They were built to work. Somewhere decades ago, this Chevy probably hauled tools, lumber, and supplies down country roads while its inline-six engine rumbled under that long steel hood. When we began cleaning the truck, something incredible started happening. The thick dust washed away, revealing deep black paint hiding underneath. The chrome bumper and grille started reflecting light again. Even the old Apache badge on the hood suddenly looked proud again, like the truck knew it was finally being noticed after all those years. But cleaning it was only the beginning. We drained the old fuel, changed the oil, replaced the spark plugs, and slowly started bringing the mechanical parts back to life. Then came the moment we were all waiting for. When we turned the key and that old inline-six engine fired up again, the entire garage filled with the deep sound of a truck that hadn't run in years. In that moment, it stopped feeling like an abandoned vehicle and started feeling like a living piece of history again. To make the project even more special, we replaced the old rotted truck bed with custom black walnut boards and burned lightning like fractal patterns into the wood, creating something completely unique that no other C10 Apache in the world has. By the time we finished the transformation, it was hard to believe this was the same dusty truck we had rolled out of storage. The paint shined again, the engine ran smooth, and the truck looked ready to drive for another generation. But the best part of this story is that we're not keeping it. This classic Chevy is going to a new owner who will drive it, enjoy it, and continue the story that started more than 60 years ago. If this story meant something to you, like the video, share it with someone who loves classic trucks and leave a comment below. And if you believe some machines survive through time for a reason, take a moment to thank God for the memories that refuse to fade.